This is AubreyS again with another long play of my gaming career. You know what's funny? I don't have a real title for what the project is yet, so you're probably going to see me creatively come up with new games titles in terms of what all this is. But for now, this is just another long play of AubreyS's favorite game shows on the Brownsville Gamers channel. So I told you before that I am a huge game show fanatic, and on my last video, if you watched it, that was the Hollywood Squares match. I managed to pull about 14,500 bucks. Apologies again for the sound quality. I figure this time around we've done some tweaks to make sure that we won't make the same mistake like last. And with that, let's move right into the game that I am a humongous fan of. It is called Press Your Luck. Peter Tamarkin hosted this game show. Only was on for about 3-4 years, and it was one of the most popular game shows that CBS has ever made. If you are a game show fanatic like myself, you will know that this game featured one of the most interesting players that ever crossed the game, Michael Larson, who figured out a way to break the bank and won over $100,000 in one match of this very exciting game. And if you watch the show, you'll know why that's pretty important. If you haven't seen this show or have watched the Michael Larson episode of it, I highly encourage you to go on YouTube. I mean, the game was so long, it took 2 episodes to finish it on Press Your Luck. So there's like a part 1 and a part 2. That's unheard of on any game show I've ever heard in my entire life. So the fact that this dude figured out a way to force CBS to essentially make a 2-part episode of a game show and pay out $100,000. Let's play the game, shall we? So right now, this data is kind of interesting because it utilizes names that I've played from the last time we had like a little get together with my friends and family. So I'm going to change some of these names. Thank you. So what I'm going to do for this version, there are different variations of Press Your Luck that I'm going to play because there are just different ways that you can actually play this version of this piece of software. So for example, you can play Press Your Luck without questions. You can play Press Your Luck with questions. And that alone is its own versions. But even if you do the Press Your Luck without questions, there are also 2 different variations. You can do it with equal amount of spins per round. So for instance, everyone gets 3 spins for both round 1 and 2. And then, you can say we can have unequal spins where everyone gets an unequal amount of spins, which presents a huge challenge. So what we're going to do is we're going to essentially play this game. And we're going to play this game with a few functions. Like, for example, there's a fading squares mode, which is very annoying, but I love it because the point of that is if you ever watch the show, sometimes the projector would change the slide in the middle of the gameplay. So you would think that if you were playing the game and you land on, let's say, $500, you think, oh, I got it. But then it changes to 5,000 or a whammy. Yeah, I'm using that. So I'm going to use that function. We're going to have an animated messenger. I don't know what the hell that means, but who cares? We're going to have a board lights function. You'll see what I mean. It really makes the board very interactive. PYL prize slides only. Yes, because that's what makes the game show very classic. For this version, we're not going to use any questions. But we're going to get to which of the non-question versions of PYL we're going to play in a moment. But the most important thing, should there be a pattern to the board? I am not. I'm going to leave that alone. And I'm also not going to do a Larson pattern. Yeah, that's right. This man figured out a way to memorize the pattern of how the board works, which makes the Michael Larson episode so outstanding. I'm not going to play with that yet because I feel like, that's its own series for another day. So future episodes in the making on PYL for so many reasons. Now, based off of my selection, we're not going to mess around with the board speed. We're not going to mess around with the light speed. I'm just going to keep it vanilla as I start my career. And I'm going to set these two players as a computer. And I'll tell you, it can be challenging. So with all that, we're going to click. And what I'm going to do is this version is going to be with equal spins. This is important because no one has a huge edge in this version of Press Your Luck. So in today's version, in the first round, everyone's going to start off with 4 spins. Here's the board populated with prizes. Ooh, I'm super excited. About $67,000 on the board. Anyway, I'm turning down the volume so it won't be too crazy. So the player with the least amount of spins will go first, which means Erin is the so-called reigning champion, so she will always play in the middle and start in the opening match. All right, so let's see what she does in the first game of the match. And it's $2,000. 3 spins remaining. She's going to keep on going. Lands on $1,500 in a spin. $3,500 with 3 spins. Pretty exciting. $750. Up to $4,250. 2 more spins. And just like that, she lands on the first whammy of the match. Oof, that's rough. And she only has 1 spin left, so all she needs to do is to avoid the whammy, and she does with $3,000 and a spin. Keeps it going. She can basically rebound if she can make a smart pick here, and she does with $500. Puts her in first place in $3,500. Jack B is gonna go. Jack B is gonna go. Lands on $1,250 to start off. 3 spins remaining. And lands on $500. He's up to $1,750. 2 spins. And now is up again with $2,000. Takes the lead. Passes it to Erin. Jack wants control of the lead. There's an advantage to that. And Erin lands on $1,500. Gives her $5,000. Keeping the lead alive. And now it's my turn to see what damage I can do. I've been watching this game show for years, baby. Big bucks, no whammies. Stop! $2,500. See, just like that. Alright, I'm going to keep on going. Press your luck. Alright, big bucks. Stop. And again, tied for first place with just 2 spins. I'm going to keep on going. Stop. Aw, damn. I whammied. Ugh. That's a rough one. That's a roughie. Alrighty. I kind of need to get on the board, so I have no choice but to spin. Come on, big buck. Oh, darn. Oh, man. Double whammy. Oh, that's a bummer. So with that, I am in last place with 2 whammies. So I'm in the lead with the most whammies. That's actually something worth bragging about. Jack B has $3,750 and Erin P is in the lead with $5,000. She'll have the advantage in round number 2. And the reason why she gets that advantage is because whoever wins with the most amount of money at the end of the first round gets to go last in the final round. And that's pretty important because you get to see where people are accumulating their cash and you'll figure out where you need to catch up. So in this second round with equal spins, everyone is going to start off with 5 spins. And based off of where everyone ended in the first round, I'm going to be going first. Jack will go second, and Erin will go last. So there's about over $65,000 on the board. And the cool thing about this is that you can suck like me and figure out a way to crawl your way back up to the top. So let's see what happens here. All right. Let's see. I've never had a comeback. I've always had a lead and maintained it in a game. All right, I'm lying. Let's see if I can make some damage. Big bucks. Stop. Oh my goodness. I am whammying like crazy. Okay, that's not cool because if I get another whammy, I'm essentially out of the game. So I've never whammied out of pressure luck on this version. Maybe I have. I don't know. But the point is that this will be rare for me to be knocked out of the game so early if I screw this one up. But let's figure this one out for myself. All right, come on. Come on. Big bucks. Big bucks. Stop. All right, $700. Not bad. Still in last place. Stop. 1,500. So that puts me up to 22. Two more to go. Stop. 2,250. Up to 4,450. One more. $750 in a spin. I'm going to keep going. $1,000 in a spin. 6,200. Look, I'm going for broke. Stop. All right. 1,750 makes me $7,950 richer. So it's Jack B's turn. Keep in mind, in this game show, only one player can walk out of here with all the money. It's either I win and I walk out with $7,950 or I'm out with nothing. And Jack B with finally his first whammy. So right now I'm currently the leader. Aaron is currently in second. Jack with nothing with 4 spins. It lands on $2,000. 3 spins. Not so easy when there's a lot of pressure on the line. Now you get to know how these players used to feel. Imagine if these game shows were out for them as a way for them to prep for the actual thing, man. I think people will be balling if this was actually available back then, assuming this technology was available. But anyway, $4,000, 2 spins. Oh no! Not a convenient time to get a whammy. He walks with nothing as he moves to his last and final spin. Currently in last place with $0. And gets 1,000 in a spin. Now he has to make a decision to keep going. Or nope, he shouldn't even have to think about it. He's going to keep on going. And another 1,000 in a spin. 2,000. He needs a big one. He needs to avoid a whammy too. And it's 700. So that ends up with 3,700 for the day. Erin is now in second place as she takes her final 5 spins. She has to beat 7,950 to become the champ, to beat me. And I hope to God we don't go back and forth in terms of who's going to win. I hate it at this point, but that's what happens when you're trailing. She's creeping her way back with 6,250. She can stop and pass those spins at any time. Like, she can take this next... Oh, that is so not fair. $3,000 in a spin puts her up to 9,250 with 3 spins plus 2,500, up to $11,750. And she passes her spins to me. And she knows that if I screw up once, the game is over. So, no pressure, right? Right, first to 2, big bucks, stop. And the slides changed. All right, so this is it. This is the final spin. If I get at least something more than $3,000 in a spin, it could be enough. I'm looking for something with an extra spin. Can I get a comeback? No! Oh, I lost by $300. Damn it. Oh, talk about a competitive game. Oh no, Erin P wins $11,750 all in cash. I in second place with $11,450. I lost by $300 on pressure luck. Wow. Well, you know what? That, my friends, is a competitive game. This comes to show you that you can have three whammies and put it all out on the line. In this case, and still figure out a way to lose. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. That means that I am out in terms of this particular game, in terms of a repeat. Uh, at least on these versions. Like I showed you earlier, there are different variations to Press Your Luck that I can potentially play. So stick around as I play a different variation of this classic game. And thanks for watching.